So now let's discuss about assessment evaluation, its strategies, scopes, advantages and disadvantages. So actually assessment talks about how well the student is learning in his discipline. Discipline is nothing but profession or any educational platform the student is in. So it is very much important for a teacher to know the student's learning outcome. How can the teacher know about students' learning outcome? It is only possible when the teacher thoroughly assesses the grades of student. So, in the school settings or in the college settings, if we see, exams are conducted, internal assessments are conducted for the students to make sure that the student is learning, student is getting to know about his profession or any degree he is or she is into. So it is very much important to assess the knowledge of the student, the attitude and skill of the student. So assessment plays a major role in knowing the outcome of what the student has learned and how far the goal of the student is being achieved. So when we talk about assessment, first we'll see what is the purpose of assessment. So the purpose of assessment is to know whether the student is getting along with his curriculum. If the student gets along with this curriculum, it is very easy for the student to do the tasks and to achieve the goal, and also to achieve promotion in the discipline. So it is very much important for the student to learn about the mission, vision of the institution, to know about the curriculum of the institution, so that he or she can do the assigned task on given time and on a regular basis. And also the teacher should design this classroom setting or the teaching methods in such a way that it is very easy for the student to relate to what the teacher is teaching, and also it is easy for the student to know about the subject what the student is learning. It is also easy for the student to know about the subject the student is learning. And the main purpose of assessment is to know the student's caliber and to make the student know about the curriculum. And also it helps the student to upgrade his knowledge and come with new ideas, thoughts, so that he can do his best to achieve his goal and get promoted to the other grades. So let's talk about concept of assessment. The concept of assessment is, it is continuous monitoring of the student by the teacher when he or she is in practical or in the theory. So how can a teacher continuously monitor the assessment skills of students? So first thing, in the theoretical setting, if we talk about, in the classroom setting we talk about, so in the classroom, once the teacher teaches, completes the syllabus, so 3 months once or 6 months once annually they can conduct internal assessments, or once the unit is finished they can conduct slip test or unit test. So what the teacher will come to know is the knowledge that is gained by the student, whether the subject is easy for the student to understand, the student is gaining knowledge, or the student is securing knowledge, and also is the student able to compete with the other batchmates or other peers of his class. So it is very important to continuously monitor and do the assessment of the student, be it academic or be it practical skills, so that wherever the student is lacking, so that areas the teacher can focus and help in improving the strategies of the student in learning, or improving the knowledge and attitude of the student. So now when we talk about concept of assessment, it is very much important to make sure that this student is monitored during the practical settings. So as you have known about the skill labs that are being inculcated in the academics now, there are mannequins in the skill lab where a fake scenario will be created for the students, and the students can learn about how to administer IV. In skill lab, the students will learn about the patient care in a fake scenario. That is, the students will practice about the dressings or administration of IV on mannequins, and when they go to the hospitals at the bedside and when the real time situation comes in, it gives confidence for the student to do it in better way, and also it gives them the confidence to do how they did it on the mannequin but on a real time patient. So it is very much important for the students to learn in different settings, and whenever they are learning, they should be monitored by teachers and also should be taught in a perfect way according to the procedure, according to the protocol, so that any errors that they do when practicing on mannequins, the errors can be resolved when they do it on patients. So the main concept of assessment is to make sure the students are gaining the level of knowledge what they have to acquire, and whether they are competitive enough to do the task whenever and wherever necessary. Now let's talk about what is the scope of assessment. Means scope is nothing but the importance of assessment. Assessment will help to know about whether the student can be promoted to next grade, and also it helps to know that the student is acquiring knowledge and is able to practice it and is confident enough to perform it when the situation demands. And the most important thing about assessment is it triggers the student and also gives the student the confidence to do the things on given time and in an appropriate way. It works as a guideline for the student in doing the tasks, and also it helps the student to upgrade his knowledge, skills, and also to develop an attitude that can help people in resolving their problems. This is about scope of assessment. And the scope of assessment also helps in physical development, personality development, physical growth, personality development, social development, development of skills and attitude, development of extracurricular skills, and also it helps in academic development, showing interest towards academics and achievement of goal in a particular time period.